You know, some neighborhoods are really feeling the impact of COVID-19 a lot harder than others. In honor of Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, the Life Preservation Initiative donated 140,000 non-surgical masks to the Salvation Army of Central Maryland. Those will then be distributed throughout Baltimore City's most vulnerable communities like the senior citizens, low-income families, and the homeless population. They've also donated to first responders.
Many Asian American Pacific Islanders, businessmen and volunteers, they help, use their network around the world to secure and donate PPE to hospitals.
And I know it's greatly appreciated. The organization also donated 200,000 masks to communities in New York. All right, we got more news and weather coming your way.
All right, lots of great stories at 6. We'll see you then.
The station that's working for you. Now, WMAR 2 News at 6.
And I'm Jamie Costello. Welcome in. Kelly, this time tomorrow night, we'll be able to take it outside, huh?
That's right. Things are getting a little less difficult to figure out what's going on to open up. Tomorrow, things are opening up, and which areas are going in different directions is all being sorted out for us. This evening, Baltimore County saying it will align itself with the governor's next step in reopening businesses. WMAR 2 News' Ray Strickland live for us in Towson with more on where we can go in Baltimore County tomorrow evening. Ray?
Yeah, Kelly, Baltimore County Executive Johnny Olszewski says the county is ready to move into phase 1 of the state's recovery plan. He says starting tomorrow at 5 o'clock, restaurants can open outdoor dining. He also says barbershops, hair salons, houses of worship, and retail stores can open at 50% capacity. Olszewski says these businesses, of course, will have to follow strict health department guidelines. He also says he's hoping these openings can reduce confusion for residents who don't know what's open and what's not, but he said people should not be confused with the fact that this virus is still out there and that these openings could have some consequences. It's why he's still encouraging people to continue to stay vigilant and cautious.
Continuing our gradual reopening should not be seen as a sign that we are ready to return to lives as we knew it before COVID-19. Please continue to stay home whenever possible. If you must go out, wear a mask and keep 6 feet of distance from others. If you're older or have underlying health conditions, you are at higher risk and you should take every step to protect yourself and those you care about.
Olszewski also says day camps and pools can open. Of course, they will also have to follow strict health department guidelines. On the restaurant side of all this, Olszewski says for those who do not have an outdoor dining permit, they can start applying for those tomorrow and will be conditionally approved. But as I said earlier, Olszewski did say if these openings have a negative effect, he won't hesitate to close these businesses again. Live in Towson, Ray Strickland, WMAR 2 News.
All right, now let's go to Baltimore County. We just heard from Johnny O, and now we want to take you to Baltimore City. Now, the stay-at-home order remains in effect, and the mayor, Jack Young, says restaurants with outdoor dining permits can begin serving customers. And I know Little Italy's going crazy over this. That'll start tomorrow at 5 o'clock. WMAR 2 News' Dave Detling has more from the city tonight. Dave?
Well, of course, this is all weather permitting. Baltimore City says it has 237 restaurants permitted for outdoor use, so they can all participate as long as they follow strict guidelines. Restaurants permitted for outdoor dining in Baltimore City are gearing up to welcome customers back. Starting tomorrow at 5 p.m., restaurants can serve customers outdoors as long as they're following guidelines set forth by the state, the FDA, and CDC. Guidelines include customers being appropriately distanced at tables, no more than 6 people per table, the use of disposable paper menus or the sanitizing of reusable ones, outdoor furniture being sanitized between guests' use, and lastly, staff must be trained in current COVID-19 health workplace guidelines. Mayor Jack Young says despite changes to accommodate outdoor dining, Baltimore's stay-at-home order is still in effect.
If we really do the social distancing and the restaurants comply with all of the steps that our public health officials have issued, It's a personal choice for people. But I still would love for people to stay home and only come out if it's something essential that they have to do.
You still want to wear your mask. You still want to practice social distancing. So those restrictions, none of that has changed. When we go out, we still want to maintain that 6 feet. Unless we're eating, we want to keep our mask on, even as we're talking to friends across the dinner table.
And again, only restaurants previously permitted for outdoor dining can serve patrons starting tomorrow at 5 p.m. All other restaurants are encouraged to apply for a temporary permit starting on Monday at 9 a.m. Dave Detling, WMAR 2 News.
All right. We told you about Annapolis yesterday. We told you about Howard County yesterday. We told you about Baltimore County, Baltimore City. Now let's go to Harford County. During the state's methodical reopening plan, some restaurants have felt like they have been well behind the 8 ball. Well, tomorrow in Harford County, they are ready to expand their outside seating. WMAR 2 News' Jeff Hager spent the day in Hartford, and he has more tonight.
It had its tent ready 2 weeks ago, and now this restaurant in Harford County is ready to recapture some of its business outdoors. Bagel Works in Bel Air has kept its waiters and waitresses employed making deliveries, and it's also provided carryout and curbside service to hold on to about 20% of its business. It estimates using a tent for outdoor seating will boost that by another 10%.
It'll give the people an opportunity to get out of their house and come and eat safely and feel safe, right? With everything that we've been doing, with sanitizing and gloves and masks and all that stuff, trying to be right in the CDC guidelines the whole time.
The county has already amended its codes to help the restaurants, and it's freeing up some of its municipal parking lots for additional seating when possible. It's even preparing to use the tire lot just off Main Street in Bel Air for drive-in style concerts with local artists to help draw people back to the downtown area. The county reminds people to continue social distancing and other safety measures to help prevent the spread of COVID despite the reopening. Reporting in Harford County, Jeff Hager, WMAR 2 News.
All right, thanks a lot, Jeff. So now restaurants can start offering outdoor seating, but what happens when you're allowed to eat inside? You may be wondering what the experience will be like and what's being done to help keep you safe. Well, today, the Restaurant Association of Maryland provided details about its Restaurants Are Ready safety plan, and here's a look at what you can expect.
Restaurants are ready to go above and beyond what they do every single day in order to keep their employees safe and their customers safe. So you're going to be seeing things such as distancing between tables, barriers in between tables. Employees are going to be required to do health screenings before they're allowed to work, face coverings for employees that interact with customers.
Now, in the meantime, the association says you're encouraged to continue to use carryout and curbside pickup to support restaurants during these difficult times. You know, it really has become the biggest frustration in this whole pandemic, filing for unemployment benefits. Another 40,000 people filed in Maryland last week. Today, WMAR 2 News' Mallory Safaste spoke with the Secretary of Labor about how her agency is working to help Marylanders rebound.
We're told more phone lines, additional technology features could be hours or days away, but there's still a backlog. Claimants who filed in March and early April and have yet to receive their benefits.
It's been a constant wave of new